Today on Eric's 1962 Chevy pickup, we're running errands. We're coming here for our starter. I've been coming to this place for over 20 years. They don't lie, they don't cheat, they don't steal. It's a good place to go if you're in Ontario, California. Alternators, electrical problems, what have you. These guys are good. All right, we've been driving around for like 2 or 3 hours. And just getting miscellaneous stuff, shrink wrap, a little electric connectors, some wire loom, more connectors, oil sender, just a new spark plug, and so a bunch of this and that and the other. And so now we are just going to put this together as much as possible by the end of the day with what we got left. I wasn't going to stick these on because, like I said, we already have gauges on the bottom of the dash there, a little bit more accurate than an idiot light. They don't call it an idiot light for nothing. So anyway, I might just stick them in there just for kicks. So I'm just going to go ahead and put them in there anyway. Funny thing about these here that you want to notice, there's just one plug on that. So what happens is that these operate by grounding out. So you'll have power going to one side of your light, and on the other side of the light, this will be hooked up. It cannot, or you cannot put any kind of sealer on this, because if you do, it won't ground out on our block, and so it won't work. So you do not put sealer on these or these. So I want to hook up my switch. I still want to have my gauge, so all I have to do is just buy a T like this, and that will go in the end there. This right here will go into the block, and then it'll simply tee off, my pressure switch operational, and my pressure gauge operational. So get ready to put my carburetor on this plate right here. This is the plate that we get from Bowtie, and that's to hold our cable in there. So this is a little bit different than what you might see on some others that bolt onto the outside of the carburetor housing or something like that. This is actually a plate that is going right onto the top of the intake manifold there, and then we can install our carb. So this right here, this is going to attach right to the side of our carburetor. This is going to help us properly adjust our throttle valve linkage. And so this guy right here comes apart like here. Then this thing, you can see these little screws right here, this comes apart also. Then this will go onto the arm, and then, well, I'll show you here in just a second. All right. So you can see what these two pieces look like. They just bolt onto the bottom of our arm down here, and then this piece will go on. Now you can see this hole right here. That hole, that's going to accept the ball on the end of this right here and attach like so, and this will go on. Alright, so we got these two pieces hooked up on our arm here. Now what's going to happen is when I go to the WOT, the wide open throttle, you're going to notice this cable right here, the extension of it, it's going to kind of ratchet out. Okay, so there you go. Saw that ratchet out there. So what that did is it made this housing here move out until it was at the correct wide open throttle extension on this, and then generally speaking there should be just a hair of tension on this right here. So that should set us up in the right spot, but we're going to double check all that later when we get into our transmission hooking up stuff. You know, those oil filters are really hard to take off. Generally, it's because you didn't put a little bit of oil on this seal first. Do that, then you put it on, and it'll generally come off easy. It's a low car, Kugels, a lot of different places to make these arms right here. This is going to be a transmission shifting arm, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 3-speed on there, and I'm going to set it up kind of like it's an automatic. Finishing it all of today, and I'll show you over the next day or so. All right, we're all done for the day. We didn't get a full day on that, but we sneak in what we can when we can. So you can see we're a little bit more set up. Next time we'll be even more set up. So, see y'all then.